Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Just here today with a rundown of last night's Monday Night Raw and a quick analysis and just over a few of the key parts of the night. As Raw has been over the last, wouldn't you say, few months. Once again, it was a below average show. Nothing really big came out of it. One big moment actually, sorry, I'm not lying to you. I honestly do believe there was one big moment that happened. So let's dive straight into it. And the night started off with AJ Styles and Amos coming out and displaying the tag team titles. It was the first time we have seen them since WrestleMania, since they won the titles. So fair play to them. It's actually, they look like a very good tag team. The agility and the quickness of AJ Styles and Omos is he's just a powerhouse. Reminds me of Shawn Michaels and Big Daddy Cool Diesel back in 1994. Very good combination. It wouldn't surprise me if AJ and Omos pretty much end the same way they do. They have a big fallout and when they drop the titles, and they turn Omos heel. Oh, sorry, not heel, babyface. So they came out, cut their promo, and then the New Day came out and joined them. The 11-time tag team champions. Now, don't know if that's anything to be bragging about these days, because I am a firm believer of the fact that they have to split the New Day up. They have been about too long now, and they are an old and stale product by WWE. They aren't entertaining anymore. I honestly thought that was going to happen when they took Big E out of the mix. Sadly, that has not happened, and to make things worse, Big E is now on SmackDown, and he still acts like a member of the New Day. Like, they haven't even given him his own image or anything. He still behaves like a New Day member, he still acts like a New Day member. So the best thing for them is to actually just split all three of them up, let them all go their separate ways, and then might even see Kofi getting put back into the main event slot. But I mean, that's wishful thinking. I doubt that'll ever happen. Kofi winning the WWE title a few years ago was like a soldier being given a long service medal. It was like, thank you very much, there you go, there's your reward. That was it. So we had the rematch from WrestleMania last night. The tag team titles were on the line, and the match pretty much ended in the same fashion that ended at WrestleMania. So nothing surprising there. WWE can't come up with anything different. So we'll see what the future holds for the Raw tag team titles. Now the next moment that happened in the night was the exciting moment of the night for me, and it was a promo that is showing us that Eva Marie is coming back to WWE. There's been a lot of talk about it over the last few months. In 2020, there was reports that she had re-signed, but they were unconfirmed. I think that, well, last night was the confirmation. She is back in WWE and she will be returning soon. And we've not seen Eva Marie since 2016, since she violated a willingness clause in her contract. When that happened, she was given a 30-day suspension, then we never saw her again. And she has re-signed now. I think it's very exciting because over the last 5 years, she has been away doing other projects. She has competed in MMA. She has changed her fighting style quite a fair wee bit. And she has beefed up. So this is not the same woman we are getting back as what left, the very clumsy one that couldn't wrestle back in 2016. This is a brand new image we're getting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her in this new image. I just hope it's not, from the promo last night, I just hope it's not the same kind of image as what Carmel has over on SmackDown, and hopefully WWE use her right while they give her a shot. I'd like to think it's a Drew McIntyre situation where she's been away for a few years, she comes back bigger and badder and better than ever, and hopefully they give her a run at the title, because only God knows the women's division really needs it just now, but I'll go into that a wee bit more later on. After that, we came to our first Lashley promo of the night. Bobby Lashley and MVP talking about Backlash upcoming, and the rumours from last week that it was going to be a triple threat match. We now know it is a triple threat match. It will be Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre challenging Bobby Lashley, triple threat at Backlash. I fully expect Bobby Lashley to retain and them to start a new, possibly rivalry between Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. We did not see Mason T-Bar last night, thank God for that. I don't know what WWE tried to do with those two guys. But yeah, so that was the first of the Lashley promos, came and gone. Now, after that, we went into Brooke and Charlotte Flair in a one-on-one match. The match was piss poor, and that's me being generous with my words. Terrible match. Uh, just a slot time to fill, I guess. It was what happened after it was the important part. Sonya Deville came to the ring, and Charlotte doing her usual thing. Charlotte wants to be in the Backlash match with Rhea Ripley and Asuka, the rematch. She wants to be part of it. Actually, didn't get her slot at WrestleMania. This was the first year in what 5 years that Charlotte had been absent from WrestleMania, which was a godsend. So it was because we actually got to see some new talent on the roster and a couple of different matches instead of Charlotte Flair's name being in there. Now, I am not a Charlotte hater by any means necessary. I used to be a Charlotte Flair fan, but it is now the case with Charlotte. She has been well overused, and I mean that sort of overused, and it's starting to wear off in a lot of fans now, so as they're tired of seeing Charlotte Flair's name on a match card. Credit to Charlotte last night, she did play it up very well, how she was robbed of her opportunity because of off-camera politics, as she put it, which was very good. But literally she's playing up, it should have been her who was at WrestleMania, and quite literally she is the women's division, and she's the queen, and all that usual rubbish that comes along with Charlotte Flair. But sadly she is now part of the match at Backlash between Rhea Ripley and Asuka, and a lot of people are even saying it will start a whole Charlotte Flair Rhea Ripley feud. Charlotte probably pin Asuka, win the title. I don't know if that will happen though, because I've heard a lot of rumours that Charlotte could possibly win the Money in the Bank this year, which once again would be another bad decision. I firmly feel that Charlotte is actually responsible for pretty much the demise of the women's division right now. The women's evolution has came to a complete standstill. It's almost the death of the women's evolution. 4 years ago it was all the hype, now it's nothing's going on. And I would put a lot of that blame on Charlotte. So it's time for her to, I would say it was time for her to step aside and let a few of the younger girls actually now take the step up and get a wee bit of the sunshine on them. But, you know, don't want to ramble on about this for too long. We'll see what happens next week, how it develops even further. After that moment, we went back to it, and it was MVP's time on TV again. So this was the second time of the night that MVP had been on TV. Once again, bigging up Bobby Lashley. Guy certainly gets a lot of TV time. I think he was on TV like 5 times last night. So he was 4 times just doing promos, and then a 5th time out at ringside. So yeah, but it's MVP. He's good on the mic. That's what you like to see. After that, we go to 2 former members of the Hurt Business. That was Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. They split up last night, which is once again very sad. Now, I was a Hurt Business fan as well, and I was very angry when Vince McMahon split them up. I think they were one of the good things going in WWE, and Vince McMahon has ended them very prematurely. So last night it was pretty much the final demise of it. Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin split up, so we don't know what the future holds for either one of those gentlemen. I would like to see Cedric get a push, especially in the direction of the United States Championship. I think he is ready for it. He's an excellent wrestler. He was an excellent Cruiserweight champion. He was a good tag team champion. So hopefully this is him going to get to spread his wings a wee bit and get a good solo push. But once again, only time will tell, because we never know what's going on inside Vince McMahon's head when it comes to this or the WWE writers' heads. But we'll see what that brings. Once again, it falls to Alexa Bliss to get the ratings up. Her promo last night, excellent. Her and Little Lily, a creepy pair. I would actually like to know who Lily is going to be in real person, because let's face it, all these dolls seem to have a real person persona within the company. Alexa's Playground, not a good pro. I have said several times now that I believe Alexa Bliss is carrying the Raw brand, as people are tuning in more for her promos and to see what is going on with her. There was no Bray Wyatt last night. We don't know what exactly is going on with Bray Wyatt now. We saw him the night after WrestleMania, and we haven't seen him since. So it's well known that Vince McMahon doesn't like the character that Bray Wyatt that he puts out there, like the whole Fiend thing. Vince McMahon's all about children's entertainment, And The Fiend isn't exactly a child-friendly character. It's one of the reasons he got rid of Finn Balor's other persona, the Demon. He was not a fan of that persona. It's not his kind of thing, it's not his creation, so therefore he doesn't like it. But, yeah, we'll see where this all goes, so we will. I do believe WWE needs to put a lot into, say, Bray Wyatt. They have to make him a champion again, because he is one person I definitely tune in to watch. And sadly, when he's not on the show, it makes me not want to watch the show. And it's always a bad thing. But back to Alexa Bliss, yeah, her promo last night, excellent. She was hitting on the fact that Lily has spotted someone watching Alexa Bliss. We don't know who that person could be. Is it going to be a male? Is it going to be a female? There was a lot of speculation that they would team her and Aleister Black up, but Aleister Black is on SmackDown, doing his own thing now. It's good to see him back on SmackDown, thank God for that, because SmackDown really needed that man. So we don't know who is going to be paired up with Alexa Bliss in the coming days. Is it going to be any time within the next month? Is it going to be in the next 2 months? We don't know. I would like to see Alexa Bliss possibly getting back in the ring very soon. I'd like to see her as a contender for Money in the Bank, possibly win it again. And I would like to see them put the title on her, because I like Alexa Bliss as champion. I don't know how all you feel about that, but that's my own opinion. After Alexa's promo, it took us to Lashley against Strowman, with Drew McIntyre down doing commentary. And yeah, the match, very disappointing considering how they built it up all night. We kept getting promos all night from a couple of years ago when Lashley and Strowman did have a really good match on Monday Night Raw, which ended with them actually going through the Titantron, like the big video screen at the top of the entranceway. They went through that, there was an explosion. Last night, the timing was very much off. Lashley hit Strowman with a spear, and Strowman actually hit the floor before Lashley had made contact. Same thing happened near the end of the match. Lashley won the match in the end. Drew McIntyre got involved, and then Drew hit Strowman with a Claymore kick. And yeah, once again, Strowman's timing way off. He was actually on his way to the mat before Drew had even finished the move. So yeah, a wee bit clumsiness there from Strowman, which is a wee bit out of the ordinary, because he is usually very careful in the ring. I mean, his timing sometimes can be a wee bit off, but you know, quite a few mistakes out of him last night. But we don't know what that's all about. I mean, maybe that's what happens when you wrestle Shane McMahon in big matches, you know, because he's not a proper wrestler, we all know that. And at the end of the night, they announced that Drew McIntyre would be taking on Bobby Lashley next week on Raw, so no doubt all three of them will come together again as we move ahead up to WWE Backlash. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Any likes or dislikes, please leave them below. If you're all new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I will probably see you guys tomorrow night for WWE NXT. Thank you.